Good morning. Happy Wednesday. So, I was torn this morning. I didn't know if I wanted to work on some of my little abstract ornaments. Hi Dee. Hi Mary. Hi Carol. Good morning Ellen. Hi Louise. Hi Gail. How are you guys? We're halfway through another week. How does time go so fast? And December goes much more quickly than any other month of the year with all this craziness. But it's all good, right? It's all good. Hi, Allie. Hello to Ireland. I couldn't decide this morning what I wanted to do. I have a lot of commissions to get finished and dry. The hardest part is getting them dry in time. So I think I'm going to work on one of those today. But I was playing around, my little ornaments I've been doing. I'm itching to do another. So this is how I start them all. They all are these crazy abstracts. I have so much fun doing this. Like this just loosens me up doing something crazy and without a lot of thought. And I wanted to show you, I got a new phone case. This is one I got from my friend. So it's this abstract that I did back here. Isn't that fun? I love it. So that's what's on my phone too, but I couldn't show you because, of course, my phone's here. And then I just loaded this one up too and ordered this as an abstract phone case. So if you guys want, I'll try and remember to send a link, but you could get like phone cases and stuff. I have them up on that Society 6 site. But I just love doing something different. I think it just loosens me up and keeps that creative spirit alive. Not that just regular painting doesn't too, but with creativity you always have to inspire yourself and try different things, and I think it's inspiration's the thing you have to keep alive. And my friend just sent me this quote. I'm going to read it to you. She sent it this morning because it's a book she's been reading. It's Glennon Doyle's book Untamed. Have you heard of it? I've been itching to read it, but Sarah, my neighbor, is reading it, and I'm going to read it next. But here's the quote she sent me. Just thought you'd enjoy it. It says, "Good art originates not from the desire to show off, but from the desire to show yourself. Good art always comes from our desperate desire to breathe, to be seen, to be loved. In everyday life, we're used to seeing only the shiny outer layer of folks, and art makes us less lonely because it always comes from the desperate center of the artist. And each of our centers is desperate, and that's why art is such a relief." Isn't that beautiful? So, I need to get down to business here because it's already 8:08. So let me put my thing up here, and I'll turn this around, show you what we're going to do. This is one of my favorites. This is a reference photo that I took years ago. And Glennon Doyle. It's a book called Untamed. It's wonderful. So it's GLENNONDOYLE. And so this is something I've painted so many times, and I never get tired of painting it. And I don't know, I think I even painted it large, and I think I'm going to have to do it again because I love, love, love it. So let me turn this around. This. I look back, I always try to make sure I do paint the same things often because I just love it. Like, I don't necessarily need to paint something new all the time. I just told you I love painting something different, but not, like, even the reference doesn't have to be totally new. Like, sometimes I think it would be really fun to get lost in, like, picking a subject and just painting the same thing over and over and over again. Let me just make sure you guys can't hear my music, right? Thanks, Mary. Okay, so I'm kind of ready. I like to turn this light a little bit. I like the light, but I don't want it to be in the way of you seeing the reference. Okay. So here we go. So yeah, I still have a lot of commissioned paintings that I need to accomplish and have dry and ship. So I gotta really focus these next couple of days because I think we're going to have a lot of, what I've heard, we're going to have a lot of shipping issues this year. So I'm trying to get as many of my things shipped out as quickly as I can. I'm trying to get all my orders out. Hopefully, if you guys have ordered things from me, they're getting there. I started using ShipStation. It's something I like put off forever. I don't know. I was somehow intimidated by it. I just couldn't even wrap my mind around the process of how it worked and how it linked to my website and all of the things. And this year I wrote it down and I said, you're going to do this. So I finally am all hooked up with it and I love it. And it's really not that. Oh, good. Thank you, Ellen. Ellen, you always let me know. I appreciate that. Yeah, so anyway, it's been great. Although I had a little issue yesterday or the day before as I was shipping. It just cut me off. I guess my card was compromised or something, and so I have to wait. Like, I can't ship anything now because it's all hooked to my credit card, and now I need to get a new credit card shipped to me, and I can't buy anything until that comes. But you know how, like, you don't even think, I think, oh, no big deal. But you forget how many things are hooked to your credit card. Now I'm already getting notices that, like, payments aren't going through on automatic payment things. It's like, oh, I don't want to fix all that. But what are you going to do? Okay. This is such a pretty flower, isn't it? Good morning, Anita. How are you? Are you guys busy with holiday things? I know this year's going to, I think, be a little more peaceful overall, but didn't feel like it when my daughter and I were trying to figure out Christmas gifts last night. I don't buy a lot of gifts for very many people, but, you know, there are those few that you have to get. Gifts just aren't an important thing to me at all. My daughter even said that. She's lives with her boyfriend now, and she said, like just last year, like she was thinking about all the presents and all the things she wanted, and now she's like, you know, things change, and she said, it's like, I don't even care about all that stuff anymore. Like, she wanted a mixer. Oh, thank you, Anita. Yeah, life changes, and you get different priorities and different things that make you happy. Like painting. Painting definitely makes me happy. I'm sure it makes you guys happy too. I would love to be able to all get together. I think that's one of the things that I want the most for this year, if it can happen, is to be able to do another in-person or more than one in-person workshop. I think that's something I really began to love doing, and I really miss it. So hopefully this new year will bring some calm for that. Orange is beautiful. Oh, the colors. That orange is Indian yellow and permanent rose mixed together. I do have an orange. I've been playing around more with browns too. I'm trying to get a little more comfortable with browns. I don't know. I always used to avoid browns. I think it's because my paintings would become muddy more easily, and I was sort of afraid of that, but I don't really have that issue anymore. Just keeping your brush clean. It's the biggest, most important thing you can do. Things get muddy, you have to stop, clean your brush, relax a little bit. So happy you have extended your painting class for 6. My painting class? You mean my Art in Bloom? Is that what you're talking about, Amy? Good morning, Emily. I was just talking about you wanting a mixer for Christmas this year. Yeah, Art in Bloom, if you're in that group, is still, oh, if you guys are in my Art in Bloom, I did post one more little video up. It's just kind of a little, kind of not a farewell video, but like a conclusion video. I added up into the site the other day. I need to send an email and let you guys know. So I am trying to decide, and I think I've decided, I don't know if any of you guys are thinking you might like to take Art in Bloom, but I think I might. I was going to wait and not do it until next fall, but now I think I'm going to do it in the spring. I think, and then I also am planning to work on my membership group. I just need to get through the holiday here, and then I'm going to work on all those fun things. Been making list. Used to afford to paint Mary. Good. That's fun things to look forward to. Hopefully you'll have some time over the holidays to do that. I hope you're enjoying it. This feels a little dry. Still have 3 to, okay, good. And yes, Emily, a huge cow painting. That's what Emily wants me to paint for her house. She wants a great big cow, as big as I can make it. Like, what a fun assignment is that? I told her I'd work on that after we get through the holidays. How do you decide to use blue there, even though it looks gray in the pic? Because it will turn kind of gray. When I do my transparent colors underneath, I try to be a little bit spontaneous with them, because I feel like that brings a little spontaneity to the painting. So I kind of think more, does it lean toward, does it lean cool or warm? And then if it goes one way or the other, I'll actually put a color in there instead of keeping it gray. And it'll turn out kind of gray in the end, but I don't totally want it to be all gray either. I'd say it's like adding my own little mark to it, keeping it a little whimsical. I think I'm going to just put a little bit of my yellow in here because it's where the light's hitting. I missed the colors you used to, oh, it is Indian yellow and permanent rose. I think that's good base. Okay, I'm going to clean my palette off here, my wet paints, and then I'm going to use pigment sticks. It's funny, when I was making my videos, when I would talk about something, each part of the painting, I would say, you know, because it wasn't planned, it was really just me talking, and I would say, now this is the fun part. And I'd say it about every part, whether it's the transparent underpainting part or whether it was the this pigment stick part, whatever part of the painting, I kept saying, oh, now's the fun part. I thought that was so funny. It's like, yeah, well, they are all the fun part. Every last one is a fun part. I'm just going to do a couple of colors, kind of my go-tos here. Oops, I got a big chunk of color over here. I have to clean that off. I paint the sides of my panels gold, but I always inevitably get paint along the edge here, and then I have to go back and touch it up in the end. See, right there's some. But I always feel like that's kind of the charm of it. I don't I'm not a perfectionist, and so all of my stuff isn't totally always perfect. I think that's what's kind of fun about my bird ornaments is that they're all unique. They remind me of those, like, you know, when they would paint things for the holiday, for Christmas, and like some of the eyes and certain ones were in the wrong spot. Like, I love that kind of wonkiness of things not being perfect. Oh, you have a little glare on there, don't you? See, if I do that, it's a little better. Oh, so use it for shading. Yeah, kind of for shading and just to add a little color and texture as I go at this stage. I think that's a good start. All right, now we'll mix colors. Closing up my medium. Moving my coffee so I don't knock it over. Always a good move. I need more paper towels. Okay. So I'll move this over a little bit. So where's everybody from today? Oh, thank you. I love doing brush strokes. So much fun. Again, the fun part. All the parts are. Hi, Lou. Okay. Do you use your own? Yes, Diane, I do. I try to either use my own reference photos or sometimes I use photos that if someone I know took a photo, I might ask their permission to use it. But most of them are mine. Well, the birds are all mostly from a gentleman that lives here in my town that takes photos of birds. That's where I get all of those. That's my I'm talking and not thinking here. Okay. Lake Ontario, Canada. Alabama, Minnesota. Canada's really cold and snowy already, isn't it? I might need more of this. I just put that out today. I think I need more of it, more of my permanent rose. Like after the holidays, I'm going to have to restock some of my art supplies. I feel like I buy art supplies constantly, but I also go through a lot. Oh, this is a dry. Sometimes they get a dry thing on them. I'm going to clean that off and throw that away. This one's a little lumpy. Might need to throw this out. Whoops. Now when I get this in here, now I'm going to make a huge mess. Oh, well. It's part of the fun, right? Queens, New York. I didn't make it to New York this year. We usually go visit our friends, our family in Rockaway. But we didn't make it there. We often go there for Thanksgiving. Yeah, some parts of Kennequoit still mild. Oh, yeah, same here. Newport News, Virginia's Ellen. Yeah, certainly having the mildest fall I can remember. Certainly not complaining. I love it, but oh, I need white. I'm running low on white too. I know, love the pink. Me too. I try not to have a favorite color, but if I had to pick just one to take on a desert island, it would probably be permanent rose. Of course, what would you do with just one color? That's why you can never have a favorite. Oh, I got a little blue. I'm going to mix that right here. Okay. paint some pinks, greens. I mean orange. I didn't mean pink. I meant this red is a mess. Get rid of that. Let's see if there's any here. Three different pinks. Yeah. Well, I try to mix like a pink for the darker areas, one for the lighter areas, shadow areas, and highlight areas, I guess is really what I mean to say. Mixing colors is a lot of fun, and it's really helps keep your painting cohesive if you do it kind of all at the same time, like before you start. Mix most of your colors. It's usually, you know, you get that itch, you want to just dive in and start painting right away, but it's better to mix at least most of your colors first. All my browns are kind of dry. Mixing kind of that brown dark color in the one part of the orange flower. And now I need a green and a dark. The nice piles like this are so pretty, aren't they? That's quite bright enough. I like that. What brand of permanent rose? Does it really matter? Rosemary, I don't know if there are different. Winsor Newton is the permanent rose I like, but I also have, is that here? Yeah, this is the one I use. Winsor Newton Permanent Rose. There are some other colors that are very similar, but I don't think they're called permanent rose. This is similar too. This Gamblin Quinacridone Red is similar also. All right. I'll make like a turquoisey kind of color. It's a little dry. I'm going to put a little bit of liquid in there. Some of my paints are a little wet, some are a little dry. I need to clean them all off and put out fresh paint. It's not as green as I would like. So I've been working on a portrait of a baby for a friend of mine. And it is challenging for me. I'm happier with it now, but it made me think about it because I was doing some transparent layers, like glazing, and it's really helping. Is it possible to get bright color without using white? Yes. When I really want to get like a bright color, like my pinks, like this pink, I didn't mix that with white. I mixed it with, where is it? Like a rose color. This, oh, here it is. With this rosebud, and it gets brighter, and that's the color mixed with white, so it gets a little chalkier, a little less vibrant. So yeah, yes, you can mix any color to lighten a color and see what happens. Yeah, I don't always use white. In fact, I use it more sparingly than ever because it does tend to make your colors a little chalky. All right, I think that's all a good start. It wasn't quite mixed. It's a fun palette, right? What did you mix with the green? Over here, or I put a little green in here. This is sap green. And I think I did a little bit of this Brilliant Lemon Light. Okay, Rosemary, when I'm brave enough, I'll show it to you. I'll definitely take a picture before it gets gifted. When I do the paintings that end up being commissions or are commissions, I try not to share them until they're given as a gift, because inevitably the wrong person will see it. Like, that's mine. Whoops. Excuse me. I can't get this straight. I think I need a sip of my coffee. What's everybody having today? Coffee or tea? Ellen, are you having your coffee with almond milk? I'm having my coffee. My daughter wants to get me a new one of these mugs because it's got paint all over it, but I kind of like it that way. I need a few more paper towels before I start. Ellen and Betsy are having coffee. A little bit of tea. I always want to learn to like tea. It's so hard for me with I want to share, but yes, it is hard not to share them. And then by the time you can share, like, then I forget about them and never do share them. Like, I always want to like do a whole post of I do a lot of commissions. It's good practice. I always say having my marketing business is good practice for it, because I'm used to changing things and doing what a client wants rather than what I necessarily want to do. Coffee with cream, that's me too. Just black coffee today. Did you run out of almond milk, Ellen? I am having mine with cream. Just plain old half and half, no flavors. Mary's having tea. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's a treat being able to paint. Yep, you ran out. It stinks when you run out of your creamer. Now I'm looking kind of for my dark areas. Doing the keto meal. Oh, that's why you're not having it. Wow. That's tough. Because keto's just protein, right? I have trouble doing protein. I did a great, I guess it was a diet. I guess that's what I'd have to call it, last spring, and it really worked. And it wasn't really keto. It was called Be Balanced. It's a company here in Lancaster. And it is eating a lot of protein. It's very healthy. But in the beginning, you only get a few calories for like a month. And it really did work. But I don't really like protein that much. It's still hard for me. Oh, sorry. I am painting on, oh my gosh, Ellen, that's fabulous. This is an ampersand gesso panel. I have it wired and ready to go. So it's a hard board, not a canvas. I've been playing around. Here's the one that I showed you last week that I've been playing with. I hadn't even gotten back to it again. This is on canvas. Canvas is just a different texture. I like canvas and I like the look of canvas. I just need to practice canvas more, I guess. I don't know. Now I want to let some, like, there's some really cool translucent gold showing right there from my pigment stick. Like, I want to let those colors show. So I have to very intentionally not cover that up. Yeah, Ellen, that's fabulous. Do you have to eat a lot of carbs? I mean, a lot of carbs. Don't you wish? Don't you wish there was a diet where you're supposed to eat a lot of carbs? Mm. It is healthier not to, for sure, but I just don't love protein. I don't eat a lot of meat. Yeah, and it's hard work to lose all that too. I'm surprised you don't get pain on the sides. I do. I do get pain on the sides. I was just saying that earlier. I definitely get pain on the sides. I just touch it up then after it dries. Definitely get paint. So I'm inherently a messy person. I get paint everywhere. On myself, on the sides of the panel, everywhere. Not as messy as I used to be, though, fortunately. That's greens. Oh, salad greens. Yeah, I love salad. That's much easier than, so not as much protein. Salad greens sound good. Yeah, it's hard. Whenever you modify your diet to do something like that, you can't ever stop, like for the rest of your life. So whenever I make a commitment to change something like that, I keep that in mind and think, can I do this forever? And this is the one that I did. I can pretty much. I just have to be good most of the time, but I can have what I want on the weekends. I don't worry about it. And then I just correct it all again the next week. You should try healthy smoothies with salads. That sounds good. I do have one of those bullets. I get in the habit of doing it and then I like fall out of the habit. I should do that. Oops, my brush isn't getting in there very well. I feel like my brush is a little big. Let me find a smaller one. I think some of my favorites are soaking to be washed. Binged on Thanksgiving food. Yeah, so did I. Yes, we are allowed to have those treats for sure. Thanksgiving was wonderful. Small but nice. Thanks, Sheila. Brush looked a little, that stroke looked a little clunky. I think I need to add a little dark in here. That helped. That definitely helped. push this back a little more and make this darker. Now at this part, when I'm thinking about painting, I want to pay attention to painting what I see, not what I think I see. But let like kind of that whimsy happen too. It's kind of a tough balance sometimes. That's pretty close. Oh, can I please ask the brush brand? Oh, it's Rosemary and Company. They're my favorite brushes. Hands down. I mixed this cool blue. I need a little bit of it in here. That looks pretty good. Let me get the bigger brush back out. Paint up here. All right, need a little bit lighter colors in here. All right, you know, sometimes I have to stop and think when I get to these parts that are a little more detailed. I'm always trying to put down intentional brush strokes and not fuss with them, which can be really challenging to do. It's about being patient and thoughtful. All those things that don't really come naturally to me. I mean, thoughtful does, you know what I mean, but thoughtful with painting. I think that looks good. I don't want to fuss with it too. Yeah, Betsy, I do. I order right from, there is a company in the United States that also sells them, but I just ordered them right from the company. They get here relatively quickly. I've never had any issues. All right. Yes, they're peonies. Peonies are my favorite flower. I need that to go a little lighter. Thanks, Allie. Are you going to be painting today, Allie? Need a sip of my coffee. Have you started to listen to Christmas music? Oh, Oh, no, not yet. Mm-mm. You're painting the daisy again. Oh, good. You'll have to post it so I can see. I did not start listening to Christmas music yet. I don't know. Christmas kind of snuck up on me. It's just weird. I'm still having trouble adjusting to like making Christmas art, like my ornaments and things, and I barely even feel like it's Christmas. We didn't get our tree yet. I went to yoga last night, and Alex and Isabel went to look for a tree. And it's always much more important to him to get the perfect tree than it is to me. But he did not even find one, so that'll be on our list to do this weekend, I'm sure. So yeah, it doesn't even look like Christmas at our house yet. My husband's much more into all of that, the decorating. He gets all the stuff out, and then I put it where it belongs. But that's why I haven't even done any. Last year I did a lot of snowmen, and they were all snowmen that I had on my mantle, but I don't even have them out yet. So maybe that'll still come, even though it's too late to ship them. But people still wanted them, even though they didn't get them till after Christmas. That didn't seem to matter. Maybe we'll do one of these Wednesdays. We only have a couple more before Christmas, right? Yes, this is oil paint. All right, I have to do, getting out more paper towels. See them down there in the bottom. Paint felt a little dry. It's better. Snowmen, yeah, that would be fun, right? I'll do that at Nita. I think so too. I only have a few that I love, like that I can photograph to paint. So I should learn to paint them more from my imagination, but I'm so used to doing reference that it's hard for me to do that. Look good. I feel like my brush is too big. I'm going back to the smaller brush. He is selling trees. That's fun. Did he grow them, or did he order them and has them and is selling them? Whoops. Look at that big piece of paint I dropped there. To clean that off. How's that look? That's what I'm thinking. If you don't mind, can you please say which rosemary brush? Oh, okay. Yeah, right now I'm using the Rosemary Eclipse Short Flat. It's a number 8. And then the one I use a lot is also the 12. Like if you're getting two, those are two good choices, the 8 and the 12. So that's the size difference compared to 6 by 6 inch. getting there. I have to do a little bit more of this light area in here. I think I need to push. Oh, thank you, Gail. I think I need to push. That's not at all what I wanted. Let's see. Okay. I have to kind of stop and think about it. Oh, yeah. Reflection on there. You know, this is the part where I always hold my breath when I'm painting. That's a little too thick. Go a little bit lighter right there. Now my brush is too big. I don't know if I have a smaller one here. Oh, that's nice. Okay, that got thick though. A halo. Yeah, I have it. I bought one of those kind of lamp things for to put my phone in. And now I just kind of use it as an extra light because I didn't like my phone in it. I don't know. You know, it's hard figuring out what the right tools are for doing things like filming, and it's like a whole new universe for me. But yeah, that's what that light is that you see. I can show it to you. Actually have a few of them. Two. Well, two. Two's not a few. Two's only two. But like, you know, that it keeps, I don't use it correctly, obviously, because like when I'm painting, then you see it reflected, and I don't want that. But when I'm sitting here by myself painting, it's terrific because it's nice and bright. Oh, I missed this fun little piece right here. No, the more you look at something, the more you see little details too. That you can't hear my husband teaching school, can you? I hope not. Life is crazy. Like, do you guys have anything crazy going on where you're like just doing crazy things? Like, I'm do my business from the other side of the dining room table while my husband's teaching school. It gets a little crazy sometimes. I mean, all good, but now I think I'm overworking it. So let me think, what else? Are there any little spots that need to be brighter or pulled back? This needs to pull back a little. This is too dominant, I think, right in here. I'm going to do just this little bit, maybe right here. Do you see anything I missed? I think I might be overthinking it now. As I keep doing it, right? You know how it is. Like when you're lost in something, it's hard sometimes just to stop and say, yep, that's it, I'm finished. And I need dark, dark, dark in here. Okay, I think it's good. Thank you. Thanks, Sally. Okay, so now I have to sign it. All of my little signing tools are getting dull. I'll show it to you. Oh, let me turn this away. There you can see pretty well. And then here's my palette. Oh, and I was going to show you. I don't like you to see how messy my studio is, but yeah, here's my light that I have. See, it has the thing that you can put your phone in, but I don't know. I haven't mastered doing it that way. So I just put my phone in one without the light because I can move the light around then. You know what? I think it made a ring light on my painting. I think that's what the problem was. Thanks, guys. It was fun. Thanks for hanging out with me. So I will download this and post it. I mean, you guys already saw it. I always tell you that, but I guess if you came in later, you wanted to see it. Are your brushes long-handled, eclipse, short? Yeah, that long and short and all of it. Yes, that's exactly what they are. Long-handled. So I always get, I know you get long and short-handled. Like I get my short-handled. Whoops. Oh, it's in front of me. I have this fun one that I got. It's a little skinny one. Can you see it? I don't feel like getting it out of the thing, but I get the short handle ones are my watercolor and acrylic brushes, and the long handle ones are my oil painting brushes, so I don't get them mixed up because it doesn't work when you mix your oils and your acrylics. You're welcome. Thanks for coming. Yes, I will. Okay, right, I will. I'll save the video. I'll put it, it's both on my website and it is on my YouTube channel. And if you go on my YouTube channel and watch any videos, be sure to like them or comment, or like I'm supposed to work on getting all of that going too. But I think I could film in there. Like, I thought about trying it in Facebook, in our Facebook Art Friends group. Are you guys all in that? If you're not, look us up and go in the Art Friends group too. Thanks, Artie. You too. You guys all have a good day, and we'll see you next week. Have fun.